welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to discuss about exercise 5 of the web lab. So, in exercise 5, this is all about JavaScript. As you can see, taking the sentence and converting into longest and shortest, and how it's done. So, longest and what is the shortest. And let me type something else. And yeah, you can see very well. So JavaScript runs on the client side, so it is basically running on my system right now. What it does is I'm getting we have 6 questions here. We're getting a sentence and then we are finding the longest one and the smallest one, and we are showing it right here based on the button click. So I have implemented it using a JavaScript function right here. So this is my form 1 here, and I'm getting the sentence and I'm passing it on here. So I'll show the JavaScript code in which I'm doing all this stuff. So you can see here I'm having a function f1. On button click, what I'm doing is getting the sentence in there as the input. Then I'm taking the big and small, finding it and using the longest word and shortest word functions, and I'm setting them there. So the longest word functions, I use the split keyword to split it up, and then find the length of it and iterate throughout the strings, compare each one, and the same way shortest also works. And now let's move to the second one, BMI calculator, getting the weight and the height, and it will display the BMI calculator there. And it is also having I use this using the if statement here. If it is less than 18, it says underweight here for the body type. And again, this is the interesting part where the rows and columns are used. So you can see here 3 rows and 5 columns. All these are randomly generated images. You can see here the CSS is separately done for this, but now based on the rows and columns, it will generate it. So I have a function called grow. When the button is clicked, it will call the grow function. It will take the row and column variable and pass them to another function called generate divisions. So this will be generating divisions. I have 2 for loops nested into each other for generating rows and columns. For each rows, the number of columns will be generated based on these values here. Based on these values only, everything is determined. And I'm also putting something called as class name and garden name and division. Here the class name is set to row, class name is set to column, col, and I'm appending all the child of the columns here in this row. So for each row will be appended with all the elements here. Then after appending all the columns are like that, then I'm taking the row and then appending it to a JavaScript object E. Then that E is exactly the garden element right here. I'm actually creating that element, and then I'm putting everything right there. So this garden element is our division E here. If you look at here, I have something called as garden division. Based on that, it will show all this stuff. You can see the IDS garden here. There is nothing. So E is the division, and I am putting everything in there. Right now I am putting everything in there. So the next one is currency converter. Get the number input, convert from INR to USD. So you can see here 97 rupees is only $1, but if I change it to USD to INR, 97 US dollars is 6,897.761. I use a drop down for it and get the value from the drop down. The next one is actually interesting, the heads or tail. When I hit flip, the image must be flipped up, and I have to keep track of the contents what I am doing here. So you can see the number is changing as I flip the coin around. And the next one is a birthday cake order form. I'll be getting and output. Based on that, I'm giving a tip and